I've built over 3,000 funnels. I've been doing this for over 12 years, and I've helped thousands of businesses build marketing funnels and sales funnels that have generated millions of dollars. And these are 100 lessons that I've learned will 100x your funnel conversions. So most of you need to spend way more time focusing on your audience and what they want. You need to spend a lot of time crafting a killer offer that's like valuable and exciting and useful to them. And most of your time should be spent researching and talking to your audience. Then you should spend a little more time thinking about the amazing offers and problems that you can solve. And then you should be spending more of your time qualifying your audience. Things like funnel building and selling and closing and delivery, that should be like 25% of your time combined. Something else I've learned is that an ugly, sort of badly designed page will always convert 100 times better to the right audience with the right offer, rather than a beautifully designed page to the wrong audience with the wrong offer. And in order to find out if your offer is good, you have to think, does your offer make something in your customer's life much, much better? And a lot of you don't really have that. Another indicator is, can they point to the problem that you are trying to solve? We can also remove their worries by telling them that they aren't going to have to do something that they're dreading. And also, is there a time frame that you can use to make your offer look too good to ignore? And this can all be wrapped up is, would your audience ask for help with this problem before you tell them about it? Now, a marketing funnel is just a series of offers, one after the other, saying, would you like this faster and easier? Now, they can be back to back, like page after page, or they can be over a longer series of offers, like with email marketing or with ads. An offer is not a discount, all right? An offer is a problem solved or a benefit gained for a specific audience. This is the offer. You need to learn to be able to sell before you have the actual offer finished. And what you need to do is you need to use that to gauge interest. If no one's interested in 4 out of 5 of your offers, kill them. Kill your offers that don't work. Spend way more time crafting an amazing, exciting idea for your audience. Now, in theory, the same offer should be used to take care of your content, your lead magnets, your sales, and your products. If someone isn't interested in getting something for free via a video or a lead magnet, they sure as hell aren't going to pay for it. Now, a quick hack to this is create a social media account like on YouTube or Facebook or X or whatever as your customer. Consume their content and see what they are seeing. Start living in their world. Your social feed and your YouTube recommendations should be filled with content aimed at your clients, not aimed at you. So I'll say quickly, if you want to download this, by the way, you can get access to this whiteboard for free. If you just head over to sellyourservice.co.uk/whiteboard or use the down below so you don't have to like screenshot it. But if you can't find Facebook groups, X threads, YouTube channels, books, podcasts, events, apps, templates, LinkedIn groups, subreddits, forums, magazines, SaaS platforms, coaches, or insurance aimed, or even other marketers aimed at your audience, that means your audience doesn't exist. You should be building a social following on your own personal profile, and you need to stop adding or following your peers. You need to start adding and following your customers. If you start posting offers to your... Actually, posts don't look like that anymore, do they? They look like this now. If no one's interested, you get no likes, you get no comments, you get nothing. Assuming you've got followers or at least friends in your audience, then don't keep going and creating lead magnets and products. Use your social wall to test offers more than anything else. In fact, the majority of your time should be spent testing offers. Now for a squeeze page, I like to use a really simple format. I like to use headline, and the same goes for sales pages as well, actually. Bullet or bullets, an image, and then a button with a kind of fifth section that we'll talk about in a second. For the headline, use a really simple X, Y, Z, X format. Help X type of people get Y type of result in Z time without X headache. For example, new dads lose 10 pounds in 30 days without going on a diet, or high performance corporate coaches land 10 new $10,000 clients in 90 days without spending all your time on LinkedIn. The headline should do 90% of the heavy lifting. Someone should be able to decide if this is or isn't for them from the headline alone. People do not read bullet points or any copy for that matter to get clarity or to double check if an offer is for them. If they are confused or bored by the headline, they will not be convinced by the bullets or the copy. You can only win someone over with a headline. Everything else should be aimed to convince them that they've made the right choice. People will then read the copy or the bullet points asking, is this really true and how? Now, if the headline doesn't convince them, the bullet points won't either. So some bullet points that I do like to use. The secret that X doesn't want you to know, usually like an enemy or someone that they don't trust. The blank, like the 5 steps to finally getting like abs. And why your X isn't working and how to fix it. So why your ads aren't working, why your sales process isn't working, why your book isn't selling and how to fix it. Think of them as mini headlines. Show the product in an image. Little side note, if you're doing a lead magnet, take a photo of the lead magnet, make it slightly pixelated so they can't really see it, and then use that. That works really, really well. Ask for a single click on the button, and then use a 2-part opt-in or a click pop, which is the same thing, form. They've put a tiny amount of effort in here, and now we're going to collect their name, their email, and their phone number. Everyone likes to say, oh, I'd never give my phone number away. If your offer isn't good enough for someone to give their phone number, then they are unlikely to buy from you at all. This is about qualification. Remember at the start what I said you need to be spending more time doing is qualifying? Do this now and you will cultivate a list of higher quality leads. Trust me, you will thank yourself later. Now, do not redirect them to the actual lead magnet itself. Also, do not show like that standard message of thanks that says like, we've received your email address, we'll send your things on the way. I'll talk about that in a second. The actual lead magnet itself should be super simple, super short, and easy to consume. A 15-point checklist is way more appealing and way more valuable than a 15-hour course. The rule of thumb is they need to be able to get something out of it within about 30 seconds. Give them an instant result. Give them a paracetamol or a painkiller rather than a long-term physiotherapy plan. Again, don't build any lead magnets until you get a few conversions through the page first. Where we should be redirecting them to, the first thing we want to do right at the top is have a little confirmation message. I like to say, like, thank you so much for downloading our guide. It's on your way to your email inbox. Here's some free training about how X type of people get Y result in Z time without X headache. Remember, each stage of the marketing funnel is just faster and easier. Now, you don't need to change. When I say the word faster, don't literally feel that, well, if the lead magnet said I can get it for them in 90 days, this should be 45 days. Don't feel you have to do that. If you can, great, but that's not necessary. We're going to use something called a VSL to either offer a product or a call. VSL stands for Video Sales Layer. And the script or the format for a VSL is talk through why this is such a big problem. Okay, talk through that with them. Really dig into the problem. This is what we call twist the knife. Talk about how it affects their life, affects their family, affects their health, their happiness, and then tell them it's not their fault that this is happening to them and why it's not their fault. Tell them they deserve what they want, which is presumably a better life, and then explain the old, slow, inefficient, expensive way of solving the problem, and then show them the new, faster, easier way of solving the problem, which is presumably your product and how you do it, and tell them that you can do just that part. This is when you make an offer to your viewer. You can take payment there and then using a button, and you're essentially saying, we can make it faster and easier than A, the lead magnet, and B, the old way of doing it, which we've talked about. Now, a very small fraction of people, like 0.1%, will want absolutely everything all the way right now, and they'll have the money to pay for it. Offer those people anything and everything that they want through the process. Yes, it's only going to be 1 in 1,000 people, but they will probably spend 100 times more than everybody else. The fastest and the easiest product on earth is probably to sell and create some kind of coaching or consulting. And then after that VSL page for everyone who buys, offer them another product, and so on and so on. Yes, lots of people will drop off. Only 0.1% are even going to get through to this stage. But focus on those people who do buy. Remember, we talked about earlier, interesting offers and qualification. Sales, delivery, funnel building, closing, all of that should maybe be 25% of your time combined. So something else is that you all need to spend 100 times more time and effort in your current audience and your current list, closing them. If your product isn't selling and if no one is interested, it is not the lead's fault or the list or the audience's fault. 80% of your conversions should and will come from your current audience and list. If I had 10 people on my list, I'd call every single one of them or book calls with every single one of them. If I had 100 people on my list, I would book calls with every single one of them. People don't get bored of offers. Don't change them just because you're worried that they're bored of them. People either aren't interested in the first place or they are. And whether they can afford it or not, right now, should be the only thing that's stopping them. You should create offers that are so good, with prices so high, that only 0.1% of people can afford it. If you're going to go down the low ticket route, anything low ticket can absolutely not be delivered by you. You need to automate the delivery. Anything high ticket also should not be delivered by you. You need to get a team involved in order to deliver that. Don't change the offer, change the message. For example, land 10 $10,000 clients in 90 days without spending a cent on ads. That becomes build a $120,000 a year business in under 3 months for less than $100. The numbers are actually technically the same. If you don't know how to deliver these results, you're not spending enough time researching and listening to your audience, or you haven't qualified them enough, or you've picked a niche that can't be helped. And the final point is pick just one of the things that I've talked about and do that. Focus on one thing at a time. Now you're probably wondering, what do my funnels actually look like? Which is why I've got this video here talking through my entire $150,000 a year passive income funnel that you can also use and build for your own business and for customers. So if you're interested in a 6-figure passive income using marketing funnels, go ahead and watch this video right here.